Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful small little place of Belfair, Washington, located on the Lower Hood Canal, Hickville, USA as I'd love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. So this is my July 2025 Saturday series. Video number 1. That means this card will be designed for the beginner stamper. So please be aware that every month I concentrate on one particular stamp set, suite, or bundle. And on a rare occasions, I do use a kit. So this month, let's move the whiteboard. We are concentrating on the Christmas Friends bundle. Yes, it does have a die set, and that is because we are doing Christmas in July, right? And this set was in the just recently retired September to December mini catalog. This was also a wonderful gift I recently received in the mail from the lovely Joanne. And the first thing I thought is, oh my goodness, I think I can do a Christmas in July event online in my channel. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I am having just the most delightful time with this. I have never done Christmas in July, and here it is. We're doing this. So welcome, and I hope you guys enjoy what I'm doing. So I will tell you a little bit about what I do every month for my Monday and my Saturday series. So every month for the Monday series, the first Monday is always a sketch card, the second a case of card, the third a shaker card, the fourth is a funfold, the fifth is a mystery as to what I will come up with for you and me both. For the Saturday series, this series that we're doing, the first card is always designed towards a beginner stamper. The second Saturday is always designed for the casual stamper, the third for the avid, the fourth is what I call an extreme. And then if there are 5, then that is a mystery as to what I will come up with as the same as the 5th Saturday for a 5th Monday. So let's get started. And today we're going to do 2 cards. We are going to do a note card and a full-size card. Now for me, a beginner stamping card is simply paper, ink, coloring in this case, a little bit of coloring, and we're just stamping on paper. That's it. You could do a layer of cardstock behind it or something, but for today we're just stamping on white cardstock. That's it. It's quick, simple, nothing hard here. Okay, we are going to be using the polar bear for one. We're going to do the larger card, the full-size card. We're going to use the polar bear. The second card, we're just going to do the little owl, and they're both going to be very similar layouts. The little polar bear is going to have the sentiment, have a berry Christmas. The owl is going to be, I'll be thinking of you. And we're going to use the tree. Now for the inside sentiment, I'm going to be using that wonderful stamp set, which I took it off its block. I did. I see it now. From Christmas Whimsy Card. You can choose any sentiment for the inside of your card that you like. I just chose something that I really liked, and this says, wishing you peace, joy, and love now and throughout the coming year. This is one that I had. This is from way back September 21's Christmas card kit that was called Christmas Whimsy Card Kit. It was one that had these darling little elves, and I did a couple of craft projects with that set as well. So here we go. Let's get started. Like I said, this is what the card layout looked like in the catalog. But like I said, we are simply using a note card in an envelope set that was right here. Oh, here they are. They're underneath it. I was like, where did they go? I'm like, it just totally disappeared. And so did my stamp and pierce mat. Now, I will tell you that you do not need a stamp and pierce mat if you're only using this set because it has cushioning in here, right? I am going to be using a combination of polymer stamp sets, the inside, and the cushioning. So I'm going to use my scratch paper for this one. We are going to be using a combination of Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy and Black Memento. This is my note card. Both the note card and the full-size card, regular card base, right, is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Both sizes can be mailed at the U.S. Post Office. The note card is 4 7/8 by 7 scored at 3.5. We are going to go ahead and get these stamped right away on the inside and just get that done. So we are going to use Night of Navy. Nope, I've changed my mind. I'm going to use Real Red. We're going to brighten it up a little bit. We are going to use Real Red for the sentiment. Why? Because I can. I can change my mind. Trying to hold the block. Wishing you peace, joy. I'm sorry about... That's not my dog, by the way. That's Finn. I see my neighbor walking little Finn. Finn is a little Dachshund. He's the one that my little dog Tia loves to have a bark fest with at the fence. So there's one. That's our note card. We're going to set that one aside. Let's do... It looks like my Real Red ink pad needs to be re-inked. But it was going to have to get us through this card. One, two, three. I had a Dachshund. His name was Oscar. He loved barking too. They're a great little dog. Very, very fun. So now that those two are done, I'm going to stamp my envelope with another stamp from that kit. And I'll show it to you. Oops, maybe I can. I have to rearrange blocks. This one says Merry Christmas to you. And we're going to keep that with the Real Red. And you'll see why I'm choosing to do this. Merriest Christmas to you in a minute. Because the blue that we're going to add is going to come in what we're going to do with our snowflakes. Merriest Christmas to you. So we're all done with the Real Red. Now, this set, the Christmas card Wednesday, came with a snowflake stamp right there. But if you don't have that, perhaps you have, if you followed me, you know I love my itty bitty backgrounds. It has two stamps I could use for snow. It has this one that has little rings. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, the camera, I know I'm working with this new camera. This one and this one could be snow as well. We're going to stamp these with either Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy, and you can stamp off. It's up to you. But we are going to first go with this one from the kit. I thought I would use a combination of these. So for the envelope, we're just going to go with the one. That's full strength. Oh, I think we'll do two. So we're going to do full strength of Night of Navy. I thought we'd used Misty Moonlight. So I'm just going to come in here and just go like right on top of that. Then I'm going to bring in the Misty Moonlight. Let's just toss it over, right? And let's do this one. So let's test that out. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, that's really cute. All right. Then we're going to do a little bit. This is Misty Moonlight on the back. I think I just like the Misty Moonlight. This really is perfect. This looks like a little patch of falling snow. I don't think I'm going to need anything else but this. And do I want more of it? I do. I kind of want it all over because it does look like falling snow. I really like that. All right, let's get this one here because now I want more of it as well. All right, so now I have little snow flurries. I don't think I'll be using this one for my actual card. Maybe a little bit, we'll have to see. And I love the Misty Moonlight, so I'm going to leave that open and move the Night of Navy. Now, let's go ahead and start with our owl. Where did he go? All right, our owl is going to go right down here. count 1, 2, 3. We're going to be coloring on him, right? Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to come back in with the real red. We want a pop of color, and this is going to come in also with his hat. And this is going to say, I'll be thinking of you this season. We're going to pop that right about there. 1, 2, 3. Right? Nice and simple. Now we're going to do our tree. I don't know why I closed it up and didn't just move it, but sometimes. I'm going to put my tree right here. There we go. I feel like we might do a little snowbank with some markers or something on the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's finish this one up. I'm going to cover this up, and we're going to do some quick coloring. So we have the Stampin'Up markers, which are going to be a big go-to for me, it seems like, now that I have really nice ones to work with. This is Old Olive. And I'm going to say it every time, and you can use children's markers. I probably need to go to the store and get a set of markers, you know, just to prove to you you can use those. I'll try to remember to do that. You may not see that here. I donated all the leftover markers I had to Hank's teacher, so I can't show that to you because I donated them to his classroom. This is Pecan Pie, and I'm just going to come down the center of the tree on the trunk. That's how simple that's going to be. Then we're going to color the owl's hat in real red. Then I'm going to have to get out the colors for the owl because I can see that I did not get those out. Those will be Smoky Slate and Crumb Cake. Those are the colors I have used in the past, and I'm going to stay with it. I don't feel a need to change it up. Once I find something that works, I'm going to stay with it. But feel free to use any colors you want. I'm trying to use simple colors because I'm not going to color in the owl all the way. I'm just going to give him a little bit of a muddled look, kind of like camouflage him. So there's our real red. So let's grab the, oh, you know what? Why don't we will mix it up. We'll try the gray granite and the smoky slate. We're going to muddle him, not too muddled. Okay. So smoky, let's see. Let's try the gray granite first. I'm going to use the gray granite where I normally would use my crumb cake, which would be kind of like to outline his little feet, his little beak, and in his wings. Just giving a little bit of color here and there. Guys, I am going to tell you the truth. I am not trying to be like picture perfect in here. I am just throwing a little bit of color around him. And sparsely. I don't want to add a whole lot, and I'm not necessarily going over every little nook and cranny. I'm just adding a little bit of color here and there, close to I can, and I'm not worried if I don't get it all. All right, now we're going to come back in with the smoky slate. I am going to color the feet completely. In the gray granite, it's just going to give him a little bit of contrast. There's going to be some white in his wings, but I am coloring his wings in quite a bit. I'm going to do his brow a little more. I'm not kidding. This little guy makes me think of Hank. Hank has a very, very round face, very much like mine and his mom's. And it makes me smile. This guy makes me think of Hank. I just love it. All right, so there is my little owl. Now I do want to bring in, I'm trying to think of a really nice soft coloring to come in here. So give me a second. Oh, let's see about Misty Moon. This might be too, I might have to go to a blend, which is not, nope, we're going to use a marker. We are going to go with either Pool Party. Let's see. There's Pool Party or Bashful Blue. Bashful Blue. I say that every time. Balmy Blue. We're going to do a test. You know, I love a test. So this is Pool Party. That looks good. A little not on the same color tone as everything else. So I'm thinking Balmy Blue. I just need a little ground. I can't decide. We're going to go with the Balmy Blue. So I'm going to come in here. Connect that one. So we're just giving some ground to our owl. That's all we've done. Our tree needs to be on ground and our little owl is there. That's it. Now we're going to come in with the snowflakes, right? And we're going to do it all in the Misty Moonlight. And we're going to use that little round circle one. And I need a larger scrap piece to stamp off onto. So stamp, 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 stamp. We have falling snow, right? So I'm going to start here now and go up the page. And I'm lightly tapping it. I'm not really forced. I'm going around my owl. There is our card. Can you guys see this? Okay. There's our inside. All right. Card number 1. Check. Done. Really cute. Really simple, right? Move that one aside. And move all of that. Now we're going to go on to our little bear. So let me clean this off so I can use the block. All right, so should we do it this way and do a landscape? And do like a forest of trees. Do a whole bunch of trees. I think we will. I think we're just going to do a whole bunch of trees. We're going to start off though with our bear. Ink him up really good. We want a good inking. I know we don't need the Pierce map, but we are just going to go ahead and use him. So we're going to put him about right here. 1, 2, 3, right? And voila. His little nose could use a little touch up, but we'll work on that later. And now we are going to ink up our tree. So you could mask him off and put a tree there, but we are just going to put a partial. Oh, I would love to mask him off. Oh, should we mask? I think we need to. So we're just going to mask the bear off. So I'm going to make a mask by stamping the bear. And I'm going to cut within his stamp line. Just fussy cut it. I'm not worried if it has sticky stuff on him or not. And I'm not worried about it being perfect or not either. I don't need it at the bottom. Oh my goodness, Titi. She went outside and ate grass. That's what her problem is. Okay, there we have it. So we're going to do simple little technique. If you want a tree behind your bear, watch. Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have ate the grass, little Titi. All right. So now we're going to have, I think, a tree right there. I did look at her. She's fine. She's just, she's like, no, I'm not. My goodness. All right. We're having a little forest here. All right. I think it's passed. Maybe. We're going to put a tree down here. All right. Oh, that one is not in the best position, but we're going to make that work. And I think we're good to go now. A tree here. A tree here. I think I want one in here as well. Because the bear is in the woods, right? I'm thinking I just do a whole pattern of trees in here. But now we need our sentiment. Where is the bear? Have a berry Christmas. I wonder if I can squeeze that in right here. I think so. Do I want it in black? I think we're going to pop that in red. So we are going to do a whole thing of trees. Just stamp a whole background. Down here is going to be our sentiment. I did not expect that, but that's what's going to happen. All right, so we have a lot of coloring to do. Yes, I did not expect this at all, but I like it. I like it. I like it. I know this is a little off in this corner, but it's going to be fine. It's really cute. It's going to be really, really cute. So our bear is going to get the same color treatment. We are going to use that smoky slate just to highlight a little bit. We're not making a brown bear. We have a polar bear. Right? So I'm just going to give him some little accents here and there. Oh, that's green. Let's do his little tufts. I mean, he's a polar bear, but he's crawling in the woods, so he's a little dirty. Kind of like Hank when Hank goes into the woods. So we just want a little bit of color on our bear. That's really good. I am going to bring in the gray granite to just give him a little bit more highlights here and there. Color in his nose, then little highlights in his face. Add some little bits. And in his feet. His feet. For added interest. Right? So adorable. Just adorable. All right, what else do we need to do? Well, we're going to color in all of these little round baubles with the crushed curry. Nice and bright. Oops, that one isn't in all the way. And then next we're going to color in the wreath with the old olive. This is something I couldn't do early, so we are going to do some coloring here, everybody. You could use, colored pencils. You could stamp something like this and have a night of coloring in your own Christmas cards. Or maybe you could stamp and you can have, like if you have grandkids like me, I only have one though, you could let them do their own coloring for someone special and give that Christmas card as a gift or as part of their gift. I did at one of my events, which I'm not doing this July, so this is really cool that I get to do this Christmas, is I demonstrated how to make a package with colored pencils and packaging of stamping Christmas cards and then giving them as a gift of color your own Christmas cards. I missed a little circle here. And then we have a real red bow, of course. Nice and bright and cheery. Because I haven't decided if I think we will stamp it in real red. What would really look cute is if we backed it onto a little bit of real red would be darling. Or if you did like a little, I think you could step this up a notch. You really could. It's very simple. All right. The only part is let's get all this coloring, right? So just trying to be very quick with my coloring as I can. Sorry, I really didn't think I was going to do so much coloring in one card, but here I am coloring. I don't know how many Christmas trees did I stamp. I kind of went a little crazy. But here we are. And of course, Hank came out and said, "I'm hungry." Well, the kid knows where the food is. He's got 2 hands and 2 feet. He can make it himself or he can wait. Though I think I know what he wants. And he has been, this is kind of funny, we ran out of tater tots a while ago, and today I had to go get new tater tots. And I'm like, "Hank, there are French fries in there if you want some French fries." "I don't want French fries." And I said, "Well, then you are just going to have to wait." And he has. He's waited 2.5 weeks before I went back to the grocery store to buy tater tots. Because there were French fries in there to be eaten. And yeah, no. Last time I was at like Costco, they didn't have any tater tots, so I bought French fries. There was no need to have, well, the tater tots were all gone. They didn't have any more. So he was out of luck. Filled that in a little where the tree kind of didn't stamp because of my mask. Before Hank knows it, we'll be back out on the football field. Oh, and that will be long. Oh, it'll be over. I just cannot believe it's already July, everybody. I mean, I'm doing this at the very end of June here. But I just still can't believe that July is like going to be upon us, because fall will be here, and I feel like I blinked and this year started to me just the other day, you know. And is it the fact that when you get older, time seems to speed up because you want it to slow down? And when you were younger, you wanted time to speed up. You wanted to be older, you know. You wanted to reach those milestones. You wanted to hit 16. Then it was 21. Well, most people wanted it to hit 21. That never, you know, made a difference to me, that drinking age. And then, you know, you want to hit those 25. And then most people don't want to get older than 25, I guess. But oh my goodness, it was like, I feel like I've turned around once I hit 50, because I'm well over 50 now, but it's like, does time speed up after 50? Because I don't, honestly, I just can't see how time is flying by. This year has, I just don't know where it went. And I don't want it to go by so fast. I want to tell it to slow down. The world stop spinning so fast? It's like, where did it go? Okay, so we have our spot for our sentiment. And I'm going to go ahead, and you know what? No, we are going to stamp it in Night of Navy. This is Night of Navy. Yes, that's what I've decided. And I'm going to sneeze again, I feel. Phew! Oh, excuse me. Night of Navy. They're going to be a little different. 1, 2, and 3. Because it's going to be kind of subtle down there. So that's all for the Night of Navy. The Black Momenta is done. We're not going to use that one. We are going to bring in our Balmy Blue. And we are going to ground our polar bear. We are going to give some ground to our trees. You just can't have them in thin air. That one's a little too much, so a little more strokes here, right? All right, and then this one needs some ground back in here. All right, I'm happy with those little brush strokes to act. And then we're going to bring in the Mist of Moonlight and do little snow, falling snow everywhere. And our bear is watching the snow fall. And then we're not done. I am going to put a little bit of stickly glitter glue on these two cards now that we are at the end, right? So let me clear this away and bring in. So, oh, do you see what I have done? Me, oh my, oh me, oh my. I stamped it the wrong way. All right. We need to fix that. I cannot leave that. No, I cannot. So we are going to have to just pop this in there. I think, what is it? Like at 3, like it, we'll try it at 4 and see what it looks like. Oh, right when we were like right at the end. Did anybody notice I did that? And anybody like, girl, wait till you open that card and see what you have done. Alrighty, so let's get this in here. We have to stamp it now in, well, you know what, maybe it's a good thing because I'm going to clean it off and I'm going to stamp this one in Night of Navy. Let's just do that. We will stamp it in Night of Navy. And I just stamped my thumbprint in it. So 1, 2, and 3. I can't believe I did that. It happens, you know, things like that just happen. It just does. All right, so we fixed the boo-boo. So there is one card, right? Yes. And this is the other one. And then we are going to add some stickily glitter glue to this because it's going to look really cute. This is going to have much more. We're going to stick it on all these wonderful little baubles around his reef. It looks like he got stuck in the trees, right? He was barging right through the trees. And then we're going to douse the trees with a little bit and it's just going to make it all that much better. And it's going to make it just come alive. All these little trees need some little stickily glitter glue to make them sparkle and shine, because on this card it is definitely Christmas time. May not be Christmas time right here, but on this card it is definitely Christmas time. And look at all that sparkle. There we go. Now that looks awesome. All right, so on the little owl, we are going to add the stickily glitter glue to the hat. And of course, oh, should have wiped that off first. We have a little bit of red where we don't want it on that as well. And of course on our little, it's always the red. I should have remembered that. It's all right. There we go. Oops, I was like gonna put that together. That doesn't go together at all. So I hope you like these two versions of a very simple card for a beginner stamper. Anybody can make these, but it is a darling little card. This one I could have done if I would have realized I was stamping the whole thing, right? I didn't realize that was gonna be how it came out. But hey, it works, and it left me a little spot to say, have a berry Christmas. This one, I will be thinking of you this season. Sweet, simple, easy to do. A lot of coloring on this one, little coloring on this one, but I hope you like both of them. And you all are just the best. Thank you. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Lori, so very much for both of your kind and generous gifts that made these cards and all of the cards this month possible. So thank you all so very much, and I hope to see you all again here soon in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now, everyone.